come down to the Mordialloc Creek. This is our local little bit of water. You know, Corey's just starting to get into the soft plastic scene, and one of the things you'll find when you first start taking your kids out and start casting lures is you're going to get quite a few tangles and that you're going to have to deal with. So you can get down to like a little bit of water like this. It could be a dam in your local park. But, even if you've got no water near you and you just want to go to the park, get them out there and practice their casting. This lure Corey's using hasn't even got a hook in it today, so no risk of even injuring himself. We're just having a bit of practice, a bit of technique practice, and hopefully that really helps us when we get to go fishing. Just wanted to speak about a couple of things though when we're talking about taking kids fishing. One of them, check your local laws regarding life jackets. So we're going to be going fishing in Victoria next week. The law in Victoria is that all children under 10 years or 10 years and under must be wearing a PFD, a life jacket. So all too often we see on Facebook, Instagram and even YouTube, we see proud parents that are doing great, they're taking their kids out fishing, but all too often we see them without their life jackets on. And like safety's the number one concern. You just never know what's going to happen and if your child's going to get excited and somehow fall in. So remember those life jackets. Don't forget to take out plenty of drinking water, snacks. As soon as you get them out there, within 5 minutes they're hungry. So take a few snacks out. You don't want to be in half an hour having to go back in because they're too hungry. Take some water, take a few snacks, and you'll have a great day together and you'll be able to spend quite a bit of time out there. The last thing that I find really important, sunscreen. Sometimes we forget on ourselves and we get a bit burnt, and that's okay, but it's not great. But on a young one, their skin's a bit more tender than ours. They're going to burn, and not only will it be painful for them, but you're probably going to get yourself in trouble with the better half when you bring them home and they're all burnt up. So remember that. Remember sunscreen. Just try and think of those things. So yeah, get your kids out fishing. This episode coming up is all about taking a kid fishing. It can be one of the greatest experiences to have together. Quality time spent on the water. Get out there and give it a go. Well, this is Gypsy Point. What an unbelievable place. We're staying here for a few days. We've got the beautiful Genoa River in the background there, you can see. Gypsy Point is up the top end of the Malakuta estuary. It's an amazing place, so much wildlife. There's kangaroos, birds everywhere, lizards, goannas. Just a little bit further upstream we've got the splitting of the two rivers, the Genoa and the Woolloongorrah. They're the two main rivers that feed this system. And we're looking forward to having a fish. But today, it's all about fishing with a kid, taking a kid fishing, and we've got young Corey with us. He's 9 years old, just getting into the soft plastic scene, aren't you? Yep, and we're going to go out today, we're going to try and catch a few fish. What do you want to catch today?
A mulloway.
Mulloway, that would be awesome. Well, there's a few in there.
Or a big flathead.
Big flathead, yeah. Alright, well let's go see if we can get a few, eh? We'll learn a few tricks.
Yep.
Yep, good. Alright, let's go get them. Alright mate, it's early in the morning now. The sun's up now. What do you reckon we might catch?
A few flathead?
Yeah? What else?
A mulloway?
Oh, that'd
maybe.
be nice. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Yeah. We'll try and get some flatties. Maybe a big one?
Yep.
That'd be good. Alright, let's give it a go. All right, ready now, mate?
Yeah.
All right, let's go get some, eh?
Yeah.
All right, Corey, what lure do you want to use today?
The paddle prawn.
Yeah, I reckon that's a good choice. You remember when we were down in town the other day, the locals were saying there's not many potty mullet in the estuary? Yeah, so if there's not potty mullet, the fish are still feeding, so I reckon there's a good chance. It's summer, so there's going to be prawns around, eh? So I reckon the prawn... Can you show us the prawn you want to use? Give us a look in the camera. Alright. That's awesome. That's a squidgy paddle tail prawn, isn't it?
Yeah.
Alright, I reckon that's a good lure of choice. And I might even use that one as well. Now we're going to put something on it to help. Yep, okay, so let's put it on the hook first. Excellent. It's important to get them on nice and straight, isn't it? Yeah. So what would you do? You've got to measure it first. Put the lure beside the jig head and have a look where the hook should come out. You worked it out? Alright, so you look at the lure and see where that jig head's going to come out, and then you want to feed it on, and be careful not to prick your fingers because that hook's extremely sharp. There's a little bit of a technique to it, but you'll get better as we practice. And I'll give you a hand if you need it.
I think I marked it up.
That's alright.
I'll try again.
Try again, yep. Most important thing is don't hurt your fingers. You've almost got to feed it like around the hook. So feed it right up to the jig head.
I think it looks pretty good.
Give us a look. That looks spot on. That hook's coming right at the top, nice and straight. All right, we're going to put something on that.
S factor.
All right, a little bit of S factor. Now we've wiped our hands for that sunscreen, haven't we? We don't want sunscreen on the lure. But just in case there's a little bit there, we'll add a bit of S factor, which will add a bit of scent to the lure. Get a bit on. That'll get rid of any sort of human scents or the sunscreen or anything like that. Oh, I reckon we are set to go. I'm going to use the same lure because I reckon prawns are going to be the go as well. Alright, let's go get some. It's probably, I'm going to run the same lure as Corey today, the paddle prawn. It's been a really good lure last time we were here in November, and we reckon it's going to do well today. As Corey was saying, there's not a lot of potty mullet in the system, so maybe a prawn imitation's the go. I'm running a 1/6 jig head today, and I've put a Corey, the young fella, on a 1/4 ounce. So I've given him a little bit more weight, especially when you're starting out with soft plastics. I think it's easier to fish with a little bit heavier jig head. Just gives you that bit more feel. When you're twitching your lure, you can feel it a bit more. If you can drop it down a little bit to say 1/6 or even 1/8, even better, because especially if you're fishing in shallow water, we get that little bit more hang time, just a little bit more slower glide down to the bottom. So we'll start off with this. 1/6 and Corey's on the 1/4 or 1/4 ounce, about 7 grams, and we'll see how we go.
I've got one. I think I've got one. Oh! Oh!
Hang on, mate, I'll get the net. Don't bring him right out. Leave it in the water a bit. Open your bail arm, Corey, a little bit of line out. That's it, good. That's it. Well done, mate. That's a good fish. That's one of the best fish we've got for the trip, I think. What do you reckon?
Yeah!
That's a nice flathead,
Going
dude.
to eat it!
I reckon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, nice. Happy with that. What do you got yourself, buddy?
A huge Flathead.
Awesome. Let's have a look. Alright, look at that. That's a nice fish.
Yes, he's definitely a
That's
good
probably
one.
your best flatty, yeah?
Yeah.
Alright. Just put him in the water so he stays safe. Alright.
We
So-
don't want him to suffer.
No, I don't want him to suffer. Alright. That's a good fish, mate.
Yeah.
You happy with him?
Yes, definitely.
Definitely. I reckon that's pretty close to your best flatty. So what'd you catch him on?
A squidgy paddle prawn.
Yeah, paddle tail, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah. Been a great lure, hasn't it? So it looks
Yep.
like a prawn. And that is a nice flatty, Corey. I'm pretty proud of you. Well done. Let's see, get some more, eh? Get some more? Awesome.
Yeah.
Alright, no worries. Put him back in the live well, let him have a bit of swim and recover. Alright, Corey, before we came down we had a little bit of a practice casting, remember, in the creek, in Morty Elliott Creek? Alright, just so we had a little bit of practice. So do you want to show us how what you've been learning?
Well, so the easiest way to start it off, if you get this to about there, and put
So you
the
got that
bail
much line out you
Yeah.
like? Yep, bail back.
like that,
Yep.
and then that's the easiest way to get the line.
So your
Then-
bail's open now and you're holding your fishing line in your finger.
Yep.
Can I just see if I can zoom?
That.
Alright, yep, cool.
So,
Where do you let go of it? Like,
well, you let go of it when so you go back and then you let go about here.
yep.
So then it goes like this. Then the technique. So a good technique is so it's pretty easy. You mostly just go tweak, tweak, wind, wind, pause. Tweak, tweak, wind, pause. And
Alright.
just keep on doing that and repeat it until it gets close to the bow. And then you wind it back up.
Cool. So what are you trying to make the lure look like?
A fish.
Fish or a prawn?
Oh yeah, a prawn.
Yeah, we're using a prawn, yeah? Alright, cool. So the prawn hits the ground and then he
Yeah.
jumps off the ground.
Yeah.
And Mr. Flathead says what?
Ooh, yummy. He looks yummy. I want to eat him.
For dinner, eh? Alright, cool. Let's
And then we'll eat him for dinner.
Alright. So do your technique and have another cast. Get it out there.
Just wind it back in. So, back like that. And then, I don't know where that went. Oh, over there.
Awesome. I reckon that technique's going to get you some fish. See if we can get you a fish, eh?
Yep.
You got one?
Got one.
Don't wind it all the way in this time. Wind.
Oh,
You make,
wow, he's good. Oh,
stop. Now stop.
he's good. He's good. He's really good.
Oh,
Oh, that was awesome. He jumped off it straight away.
there's the jig head. He got off, yeah?
Yep.
No, he didn't. Happy?
Yes!
Fishing is good, eh?
Yeah.
Well done. You're beating your dad at the moment, aren't you? How
You haven't caught any. I think I got one. Not going hard, but I think it's one.
Hey mate, I reckon that is probably better than the one before. Do you reckon?
Yes.
It's a little bit better, I reckon. Well done. What'd you catch him on?
The the squidgy paddle prawn again.
Good, awesome. It's working well. Very windy, isn't it? Let's show the people this fish. So we just got him in the net here. All right, now we'll put that fish back just in the live well for a second. We're going to get the bragman out. Do you know the laws? We're in Victoria, right? We're in Victoria fishing for flathead, the dusky flathead.
Yep.
What's the laws?
So you can only keep 5 per person. The smallest is 30 centimetres and the biggest is 55 centimetres.
All right, so let's have a look at this one, the brag mat. All right, Corey, we've got the brag mat.
Yep.
So we're going to just measure this fish now. Now, it's a bit of a warm day, so I want you to just drop the brag mat into the water to cool it down. Just off the side of the boat there, if you can. Because if that brag mat's hot, it'll hurt the fish, and we don't want to hurt the fish. So just wet it up. Careful not to fall. Don't lose your hat. That'll do. Jump up. Okay, so there on the brag mat, nicely there, we're looking at about 57 centimetres, Corey. That one is oversized. So I'm going to get you to release him, okay? Alright, you can probably hear it's really windy. We couldn't film that fish. It's blowing an absolute go. We're coming to this little cove and Corey's going to let this one go. Excuse the wind noise, it's just horrific conditions now. We're going to get off the water. Safety first. Alright, let's get you to come around the back, Corey, and you can let it go. This is Corey's first release, first oversized fish, Victoria. Okay, that's it. Now just hold him there. Does it feel like it's kicking good?
Oh, he's off!
Now let him go then. If he wants to go, you can go now. That's it.
I want to.
That's it, let him go this way. Beautiful.
Here we go. There we go.
That feel good, letting him go?
Yes.
It's cool, isn't it? We look after those females, don't we? Well done, buddy. Put her there. Just 5 minutes. Well done. Awesome. Let's get out of this wind, eh? We'll go back. All right. Well done, matey. Feel good? Awesome.